the love story that no one saw coming. Su Kai and Tan Songyun, two of the most adored stars in the Chinese entertainment world, have secretly tied the knot. Before we dive into their beautiful journey, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the latest real-life celebrity stories. Over the years, fans have followed their careers, speculated about their relationship, and hoped for a love story of this magnitude. Little did anyone know, the secret they'd been harboring would leave the world in shock. It wasn't just about the chemistry they shared on screen. It was real, and it was more beautiful than anyone could have imagined. It all started quietly, like most great love stories do. The two first met on the set of a drama, where their chemistry was undeniable. Su Kai, with his effortless charm, and Tan Songyun, with her radiant smile, quickly became the talk of the set. Their on-screen partnership was praised by both fans and critics alike, with many believing there was something more between them than just professional respect. But they remained silent, choosing not to comment on the speculations. They enjoyed the moments shared between takes, the quiet conversations, and the bond that was growing between them. The media buzzed with rumors, but the pair kept their personal lives a well-guarded secret. As the months passed, the connection between Su Kai and Tan Songyun deepened. They would often hang out after work, go for walks in the park, and share dinner in quiet restaurants. The paparazzi tried to catch them, but they were always one step ahead, managing to keep their relationship hidden from the public eye. No one had proof, no public appearances together, no couple photos circulating online. Just two stars living in the shadows of their fame, with love blossoming in between. And yet, despite the secrecy, there were moments that spoke louder than words. A glance shared across a crowded room. A hand brushing against the other's in a tender touch. Late-night phone calls that stretched for hours, filled with dreams and hopes of a future together. Su Kai and Tan Songyun shared a love that was both simple and profound. One that didn't need to be flaunted, but instead, quietly nurtured away from prying eyes. It wasn't easy to keep their relationship private. As their love story continued to unfold, both actors faced immense pressure from their agencies to avoid public speculation. The demands of their careers were relentless, and any hint of a personal relationship could lead to unwanted attention or even career repercussions. They knew the risks, but they also knew that the love they shared was worth the sacrifice. For months, they lived in this delicate balance, navigating their public lives and their private love affair. No one outside their closest circle of friends knew the truth. The world saw them as co-stars, collaborators, nothing more. But behind the scenes, they were building something beautiful, a bond that was stronger than anything they could have imagined. It was their own secret, and they held on to it tightly, savoring the moments that no one else could experience. But as with all secrets, it couldn't last forever. A few years into their relationship, the couple began to feel the weight of their decision to remain hidden. They knew they wanted more. They wanted to build a future together. And so, in the quietest of moments, they made the decision that would forever change their lives. They decided to marry, but in a way that no one would see coming. They would keep it quiet. They would keep it just between the two of them. In the early months of the year, as the world continued on, blissfully unaware, Su Kai and Tan Songyun secretly planned their wedding. It wasn't a grand affair with 1,000 guests. There were no elaborate decorations, no paparazzi-lined streets, no headlines. It was a quiet ceremony, one filled with love, tenderness, and the promise of forever. Only their closest family and friends were in attendance, people they trusted to honor their privacy and share in this momentous occasion. On a crisp, beautiful morning, Su Kai stood waiting at the altar, his heart racing with anticipation. Tan Songyun entered the room in a simple, elegant gown, her face glowing with happiness and peace. As their eyes met, there was no need for words. They had already said everything in the way they held each other, in the way they loved each other. This moment was theirs. It was intimate. It was real. The ceremony was short, but full of emotion. The vows they exchanged were personal, promises of love, respect, and devotion. As Su Kai slipped the wedding ring onto Tan Songyun's finger, he whispered softly, "I choose you, today and always." And as Tan Songyun gazed up at him with tears in her eyes, she whispered back, "I choose you too." It was a moment that felt like an eternity, a moment where nothing else mattered except the love they shared. As the couple walked out of the venue hand in hand, their hearts overflowing with happiness, they knew the journey ahead would be just as beautiful as the one they'd shared so far. They had finally taken the step they had dreamed of, together, in their own quiet way. And yet, their secret couldn't stay hidden forever. The wedding, like all things precious, eventually leaked to the media. The news of their secret wedding spread like wildfire. Fans who had long speculated about their relationship were in utter disbelief. The hashtag Sukai Songyun wedding began trending, as millions of fans expressed their joy and astonishment. For years, they had watched these two stars grow closer on screen, and now the truth was out. They were married. The internet exploded with reactions. Some were thrilled, others were in shock, but all were captivated by the love story that had been kept so well hidden. Social media posts flooded with congratulatory messages, and fan accounts shared heartfelt tributes to the couple. "We knew it all along," one fan tweeted. "They were meant to be." Another shared, "This secret wedding was worth the wait. So happy for them." Media outlets quickly jumped on the story, and the world's attention turned to Sukai and Tan Songyun. Interviews, articles, and TV specials followed, all celebrating the couple's love and the beauty of their private ceremony. But Sukai and Tan Songyun, ever the ones to guard their privacy, chose to stay silent. They didn't feel the need to explain themselves to anyone. They were happy, and that was enough. And so their journey as a married couple began. Behind the scenes, they continued to live their lives just as they always had, quietly, thoughtfully, and filled with love. No public appearances, no flashy displays of affection. Just two people in love, building a future together, step by step. For Sukai and Tan Songyun, the secret wedding wasn't just about keeping their love private. It was about choosing each other, over and over again, in a world that often demands attention. It was about understanding that true love doesn't need to be shouted from the rooftops. It simply needs to be cherished. As we watch their love story unfold, we're reminded of the magic that can happen when two people find something real, something worth protecting. Sukai and Tan Songyun's secret wedding wasn't just a surprise. It was a testament to the strength of their bond, and a reminder that sometimes, the most beautiful love stories are the ones that remain quietly hidden from the world. As the days passed, Sukai and Tan Songyun settled into their new routine as parents. Their quiet home, which had once been just a place to rest after long days on set, was now filled with the gentle sounds of their newborn. Their lives had shifted in the most beautiful way. Every morning, they would wake up to the sweet cries of their little boy, a sound that was no longer a disruption but a melody of love. Despite their fame, Sukai and Tan Songyun remained incredibly humble.